So they let you tote that record player down there, huh?
It's in here. In here.
I played a mean harmonica as a younger man. Didn't make much sense in here.
Here's where it makes the most sense. There's something inside they can't touch.
What are you talking about?
Hope.
Let me tell you something, my friend. Hope is a dangerous thing. Hope can drive a man insane. You better get used to that idea.
Like Brooks did.
He looks like a lost, scared old man.
The man's been in here 50 years, Haywood. 50 years. Send you here for life. That's exactly what they take.
He's the boss out there, and here he's just so nervous and vulnerable.
Feel you've been rehabilitated? Oh, yes, sir.
Oh, it's the same thing.
Without a doubt.
He doesn't have hope.
I can honestly say I'm a changed man.
Compared to the first time, he seems so deflated.
Absolutely rehabilitated.
What do they want to hear?
Little parole rejection present.
It's very pretty, Andy.
You gonna play it?
Not right now.
Okay. Well, fair enough.
To me, that single little note feels like the spark of hope reigniting in Red.
Our inmates will be put to work outside these walls.
And oh my Lord, how the money rolled in. Behind every dollar earned, there was Andy.
There's a river of dirty money running through this place. By the time Norton retires, I'll have made him a millionaire.
You launderer, you.
But all that paper leaves a trail.
Sure it is, but not to me. And certainly not to the Warden.
All right, who?
Randall Stevens. He doesn't exist, except on paper.
Oh, Andy, a crook!
You little forgery boy.
You can't just make a person up.
If they ever trace any of those accounts, they're gonna wind up chasing a figment of my imagination.
What?
I'll be damned.
He belongs in here.
On the outside, I was an honest man. I had to come to prison to be a crook.
Ah!
New fish. New fish. Look at me talking like I'm part of this. Fishy, fishy, fishy.
Young punk. Mr. Rock and Roll. Cocky as hell.
Hey, come on, old boys! Move it like molasses! Making me look bad!
We liked him immediately.
What are you in for?
Me? Lawyer, fuck me. Everybody's innocent in here. Don't you know that?
That, by the way, was the internationally recognized nod of recognition you give a friend before you use his joke.
We've been friends a long time, so I know him as good as anybody.
What's he in here for, anyway?
Murder. Caught his wife in bed with some golf pro. Greased them both.
4 years ago,
What?
I was in Thomaston on a 2 to 3 stretch. Get a new cellmate in, Elmo Blatch. Talked all the time, too. That's the other thing. He never shut up. I say, yeah, Elmo, who'd you kill?
So I pick out this guy, go in one night, and do his place. He wakes up, gives me shit. So I killed him. Him and this tasty bitch he was with. The best part. She's f***ing this prick, see, this golf pro, but she's married some other guy. Some hotshot banker.
Shut up.
He's the one they pinned it on.
Fuck. I really thought he did it. Oh my god. Is this real? I really thought he did it. Whoa.
Wow. I feel really bad for doubting him now.
Oh, shut the f*** up! Oh! I've been low-key thinking this motherfucker really did this.
Did the movie make you doubt Andy's innocence? Did you ever feel that you were unsure whether or not he's innocent or guilty? Because a lot of the reactors were firmly in the camp of he's guilty. I never felt that way. Tell me what you think in the comments. And the actor that plays Elmo Blatch, they found a dude with the most naturally evil-looking face I've ever seen.
Okay, you know what? That is profiling. Doesn't necessarily mean that he is a bad guy. Oh. Wow. guy. That's a really bad guy. Did you see his face?
I have to say, that's the most amazing story I ever heard.
So he's telling the truth. With Tommy's testimony, I can get a new trial.
Warden, you gotta let him try, man.
How can you be so obtuse?
Oh!
Did you call me?
Andy.
Obtuse? Is it deliberate?
If you want to indulge this fantasy, that's your business. Don't make it mine.
Seriously?
This meeting is over.
You just want your money to be clean, Warden. Oh.
He doesn't want him to go. He knows all of his dirty secrets, dirty money.
Sir,
you don't care.
If I were to ever get out, I would never mention what goes on in here. I'd be just as indictable as you for laundering that money.
You're just making it worse. He didn't even think about that yet. He isn't smart enough to think about that, but now you put it in his mind, and now he's definitely not going to help you, Andy.
Speaking of being obtuse, why would you say that?
Don't you ever mention money to me again, you sorry son of a bitch.
Sir, I didn't...
Solitary, a month.
What? You piece.
It's my life, don't you understand? It's my life! Get him out! Get him out!
I don't think he's ever gonna get out of this movie.
Fuck you, Warden.
Oh, this motherfucker ain't for real.
Are you saying that Andy is innocent?
Yeah.
It looks that way.
How long's he been here now?
What is that? 19 years?
19?
It was just 10 years, 20 minutes ago.
Warden wants to talk.
The warden, why?
Here? That's what the man said.
Stop, is he going to kill him?
I need your help, son. I have to know if what you told Dufresne was the truth.
Yes, sir.
Would you be willing to swear before a judge and jury?
No.
Having placed your hand on the good book and taken an oath before Almighty God himself?
Just give me that chance.
No, you're signing your own doom.
That's what I thought.
I get a weird feeling. I don't know if the warden's legit.
He's freaking me out. No. No.
What the fuck?
Oh my god. This is so corrupt.
Yeah, you're a man of God, my ass, Warden.
What a corrupt a-hole.
His only chance to get out?
Terrible thing. Broke Captain Hadley's heart to shoot him.
Everything stops.
Yes, Andy.
Nothing stops. I'll pull you out of that one bunk Hilton and cast you down with the sodomites. You'll think you've been fucked by a train. In the library? Gone. Sealed off, brick by brick. We'll have us a little book barbecue in the yard. You'll see the flames for miles.
He is a terrible man.
You understand me? Or am I being obtuse? Give him another month to think about it.
What the fuck?
What do we do about this warden? How do we clip him?
Oh, you evil mother. Do he die in this movie? Can we kill this mother?
2 months in solitary? That's enough to make any normal man go insane, much less someone who's been there for 19 years. Oh my god, dude. What do you do? What do you do?
Andy better than me. I'm telling you. My man that got in prison more than ways than one.
I killed her, Red. I didn't pull the trigger. I drove her away. That's why she died, because of me.
That's not fair.
The way I am.
That's not fair. She made her own decision to cheat. Come on.
Blaming himself, thinks it's his fault that she had to go cheat because he couldn't show her love.
Don't make you a murderer. Bad husband, maybe.
That's something else.
Feel bad about it if you want to, but you didn't pull the trigger.
Somebody else did. And I wound up in here. I was in the path of the tornado.
Can't you just fuck up his taxes?
You think you'll ever get out of here? Yeah. Hey, where I'd go? Zihuatanejo.
Where?
Zihuatanejo. Little place on the Pacific Ocean. That's where I want to live the rest of my life.
He'll never get out.
Say what, Taneo? I don't think I could make it on the outside, Andy. I'm an institutional man now. It's like Brooks was.
Wow, you underestimate yourself. I didn't shoot my wife, and I didn't shoot her lover. Whatever mistakes I made, I paid for them and then some. That hotel, that boat, I think that's too much to ask.
I agree. You deserve all of that and more. You deserve the whole entire Zihuatanejo ocean.
I don't think you ought to be doing this to yourself, Andy. I mean, Mexico is way the hell down there, and you're in here, and that's the way it is.
I guess it comes down to a simple choice, really. Get busy living, or get busy dying.
Ooh, ooh, get,
Andy.
whoa.
If you ever get out of here, do me a favor.
Sure, Andy.
The big hayfield up near Buxton. You know where Buxton is? It's got a long rock wall, a big oak tree at the north end. Promise me, Red, if you ever get out, find that spot. There's something buried under it I want you to have.
What, Andy? What's buried under there?
Is he about to kill himself? Like, what is happening right now? That felt like a goodbye. He snapped.
Why is Andy talking like he about to kill himself?
He asked me for a length of rope, and you gave it to him. Sure I did. Why wouldn't I?
Is Andy about to kill himself?
I think he's just kind of losing it.
Get my stuff down the laundry and shine my shoes.
A-hole. I hate him so much. He makes my skin crawl. Do all of my money laundering and then shine my shoes after I just killed your alibi. It's horrible.
You take my shoes, boy. I want them looking like mirrors. Mirror that.
I'm just gonna harm him. I'm so scared. No.
Do not tell me you're gonna kill yourself, dude. Do not tell me that. I don't want to see that.
No, Andy, that ain't you. I don't believe that.
I've had some long nights in stir. That was the longest night of my life.
Please still be alive.
Please, 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 please. Please don't.
Dufresne! Damn it, Dufresne, you're putting me behind!
Oh, my holy God.
What?
What? What is happening?
Yes, Dufresne.
He hung himself with the Warden shoes on?
Yes. He hung himself with the Warden's shoes on.
He's gone. He escaped. He had the little pickaxe. I know it. I know it. Red, I think he's out. Red, I think he's out.
What happened?
Don't say that to me, Hay. Don't say that to me again.
But, sir, he wasn't.
I can see that, Hay. He was in his cell and lights out.
Has he been digging into the wall, maybe? Behind his big women's posters? I don't know.
I want him found. Not tomorrow, not after breakfast, now.
What the hell? What is this?
Maybe she knows. What say there, Fuzzy Britches?
This is a conspiracy.
And everyone's in on it, including her.
Hole in the wall? Hole in the wall behind the poster?
Did he fucking dig a hole in the wall?
Shut the up!
It's a tunnel. Do you hear the echoing? You stop. You stop. Andy. Plotting this for decades.
Oh! They mentioned the Count of Monte Cristo. They mentioned that earlier.
Count Monte Cristo.
That's Cristo, you dumb shit.
Alexandria, dumbass.
There's a very good reason this book appears in this scene, and I'll go into more details in my deep dive analysis at the end of the video. Stay tuned.
You'll like it. It's about a prison break.
We ought to file that under educational, too.
Wow! He escaped!
In 1966, Andy Dufresne escaped from Shawshank Prison.
Wow.
All they found of him was a muddy set of prison clothes
And an old rock hammer. When did he do it?
How did he do it with nobody hearing?
Pressure and time.
Scraping?
That in a big goddamn poster.
All you gotta do is maintain a little bit of hope.
What the f you do with all that dirt?
Andy's favorite hobby was toting his wall out into the exercise yard, a handful at a time.
Oh, he had a long game.
The guard simply didn't notice. Neither did I. How often do you really look at a man's shoes?
He got them King Kong nuts.
Oh my gosh. That's why he was telling Red when he gets out what to do, because he was planning on escaping tonight. And the books with all of his incriminating stuff in it.
Oh my god, my claustrophobia.
That is crazy. Oh, so he can bring his belongings.
Waiting for the thunder. Ew. Stop. Is that the sewer? Oh.
Is that Doodoo water? Oh, Andy, you want your freedom bad, bro. Oh, God.
Andy crawled to freedom through 500 yards of shit-smelling foulness I can't even imagine.
It really was a shitty pipe dream.
Or maybe I just don't want to.
Oh, my God.
No, I don't want to either. I'm sorry, I'm not really looking at this.
Holy crap. Literally.
5 football fields
That's
are
the length
shit.
of 5 football fields.
Exactly right.
Oh, quit talking about it.
Just shy of half a mile.
Shut up. Oh, God, it's so nasty. I'm okay.
You're free. Yes, Andy.
A man nobody ever laid eyes on strolled into the Maine National Bank. He didn't exist, except on paper.
The money made up! Oh my God! You're genius!
Thank you.
Oh my!
I need all the money squirreled away from the Warden's scams.
All told, he blew town with better than $370,000 of Warden Norton's money.
FYI, $370,000 in 1966 equates to about $3.7 million today. More than enough to retire comfortably in Zihuatanejo, Mexico in 1966.
Portland Daily. He sent it to the press?
Oh, if you helped him, my dude, if you helped him get his fair trial, I honestly think Andy would have become loyal or would have remained loyal.
Wow. Yes!
His judgment cometh! Yes! Dear Warden, you were right, salvation lay within. And it's in Exodus!
In case you missed it, the book of Exodus is about the Israelites escaping the slavery of Egypt and going into, after 40 years, to the promised land eventually.
What? Yo, is Rockhammer in the Bible?
You have the right to remain silent.
But I hear Byron Hadley started sobbing like a little girl when they took him away.
Yeah, little bitch. Tough guy in the uniform.
Oh, he is not gonna have a good time in jail. He is not gonna have a good time.
This is so smart. Oh, I thought he was gonna kill himself.
Hell yeah. I'm so glad you died, bitch. You.
I like to think the last thing that went through his head, other than that bullet, was to wonder how the hell Andy Dufresne ever got the best of him. I got a postcard in the mail.
Oh my God.
Fort Hancock. Right on the border. Picture him heading south in his own car. It always makes me laugh. Andy Dufresne, who crawled through a river of shit and came out clean on the other side. Headed for the Pacific. Some birds aren't meant to be caged.
You aren't either, Red.
Their feathers are just too bright.
That's beautiful.
The part of you that knows it was a sin to lock them up does rejoice. The place you live in is that much more drab and empty that they're gone.
beautiful. The dialogue is gorgeous. Oh my god.
I guess I just miss my friend.
Yeah. It's the same shot from the beginning. Is he gonna get on? No.
There he is again. Up for rejection.
Please tell me he's gonna get accepted for parole.
Your final say you served 40 years of a life sentence.
Morgan Freeman been here 40 years and ain't but his shirt changed.
There's not a day goes by I don't feel regret.
Oh, Red.
Not because I'm in here, because you think I should. I look back on the way I was then. Stupid kid who committed that terrible crime. I want to talk to him, but I can't. That kid's long gone, and this old man is all that's left. Rehabilitated. It's just a bullshit word. I don't give a shit.
I mean, he gave them what they wanted to hear for years and years, decades, man. Didn't work. Might as well speak your mind freely.
He has a much different attitude this time. Oh!
What?
Oh, wow.
Really? Oh, Red. Don't become another Brooks. Do not. Please let it be a different tale than Brooks. It's like I can't watch history repeat itself. Don't tell me.
Nowhere. Same job. Oh, I'm gonna die. It's horrible.
Restroom break, boss?
Don't do it, Red. Don't get any ideas from Brooks. What is freedom, really, if you don't have anybody outside?
I can't squeeze a drop without say-so. No way I'm gonna make it on the outside.
Don't do it.
Only one thing stops me. A promise I made to Andy.
And the tree where Andy proposed.
Did Andy know Red eventually would make it out? He went back to do this.
Dear Red, if you're reading this, you've gotten out. And if you've come this far, you're willing to come a little further. Keep an eye out for you. Chessboard ready.
Hope.
Hope is a good thing. Maybe the best of things. And no good thing ever dies.
Andy's a good dude, man. That's a hell of a dude, man. He looked out for his friend, man.
Now you don't have to be so scared. You can be scared together. I don't know.
There wasn't anything buried whenever Andy told him about that. Andy had enough hope to get out of prison. Andy had enough hope to go find that place and put that letter there. Andy had enough hope that Red was going to get out. And not only that, Andy had enough hope that Red was going to find it.
Get busy living or get busy dying. That's goddamn right.
Wow, so was Red.
For the second time in my life, I'm guilty of committing a crime. Parole violation. I find I'm so excited I can barely sit still or hold a thought in my head. I think it's the excitement only a free man can feel. A free man at the start of a long journey whose conclusion is uncertain. I hope to see my friend and shake his hand. I hope the Pacific is as blue as it has been in my dreams. I hope.
He gave Red that hope. It's so beautiful.
I didn't think they'd let us see it. They did.
Well, if you haven't noticed by now, I felt heavily impacted by this movie.
So if you love Shawshank Redemption and you want to learn a little bit more, stay tuned because we're getting into all of these points in the analysis. And Shawshank Redemption will come to fear my analysis powers.
Mars will come to fear my botany powers.
Now, The Shawshank Redemption is often hailed as one of the greatest movies of all time. And indeed, in 1994, when it was released, it narrowly missed that Oscar that I believe it really deserved. However, it was in the running together with Pulp Fiction and Forrest Gump.
My mom always said, life was like a box of chocolates.
Fucking talk to me that way, man.
If my answers frighten you, Vincent, then you should cease asking scary questions.
I'm gonna take a shit.
So it was a tough lineup that year. Otherwise, I think The Shawshank Redemption would definitely have received that well-deserved Oscar trophy. So let us dive into the origins and inspiration for this movie. This movie is based on a novella written by Stephen King called Rita Hayworth and the Shawshank Redemption. Now the movie stays quite close to the book, except perhaps for the fact that Red, portrayed by Morgan Freeman, is described as a white Irishman in the book, which is where the nickname Red actually comes from. He has red hair. Now, the movie tips its cap to this little fact as well when Andy asks Red where his name comes from.
Why do they call you that?
Maybe it's because I'm Irish.
And Red says, maybe it's because I'm Irish. And I think this is just a little funny nugget to those who actually read the book. Now, I want to talk about the correlation between Stephen King's book and The Count of Monte Cristo. Was this book inspired by this one? It's a tough one, and we need to speak very carefully around this question, because as far as I was able to ascertain, I couldn't find any direct quotation of Stephen King categorically stating The Shawshank Redemption was inspired by The Count of Monte Cristo. However, there are many inferences that might lead you to believe that this was indeed the case. So let's take a look at what were these inferences. What did Stephen say? What was on his website? Things like that. And then we can draw our conclusions from there. So the first clue I could find was in Stephen King's book On Writing, a Memoir of the Craft. He did mention that, or reference that, he liked big fat books like those by Alexander Dumas, basically saying such stories shaped his storytelling instincts for character-driven tales and things like overcoming adversity. From this first point, we can at least ascertain that he did read Dumas' work and should have been, or was definitely aware of The Count of Monte Cristo. The second point comes from a 2011 interview. He noted there, I've always loved stories about people who are in tough spots and figure a way out, like Dantès in The Count of Monte Cristo. So there's a direct reference where Stephen King says that he loved the story. He read the story, he loved the story. Third point, in 1994, when The Shawshank Redemption was released, they interviewed King again to get his opinion, I guess, on the movie, obviously, and he praised the inclusion of the scene in the movie that references the Count of Monte Cristo.
Count of Monte Cristo.
That's Cristo, you dumb shit.
Alexandre, dumbass. Dumbass.
And he said this: that nod to Dumas was perfect. It's what the story's about, that slow burn hope and cleverness. So this suggests that King recognized and appreciated this cinematic parallel between the two stories. The final clue that I was able to find comes from Stephen King's own website, where the description under Rita Hayworth and Shawshank Redemption says this: the most satisfying tale of unjust imprisonment and offbeat escape since The Count of Monte Cristo. Now, this is not a direct quote by Stephen King, but it's on his website. If you put out a website, whatever is written on that website may be regarded as your view. Even if King didn't say it himself, those in his employ would have checked it, and we can take it to be genuine and authentic. So it's quite a tough one, and I'm scared of jumping to conclusions. You know, I don't want to categorically state this because Stephen King never categorically stated this as fact in a straight up sentence. However, there's so many inferences that I just mentioned. So my conclusion is, I don't think you can blame someone or criticize them too much for saying that clearly Rita Hayworth and Shawshank Redemption was inspired in some way by The Count of Monte Cristo. So that's my take on it. If you have any additional information, if anything I said was wrong, please feel free to correct me in the comment section. I'm putting this one under, this is what I think, but I'm not going to die on this hill. I can be persuaded. Let me know what you think. Now let's get into a couple of differences and similarities between Shawshank Redemption and Count of Monte Cristo. Indeed, we can draw several comparisons between Dufresne and Dante. Both were innocent men wrongfully imprisoned. Both suffered immense injustice. Both of them had to have a lot of resilience, intelligence, ability to plan, patience, to break out of prison, and in the end exact their revenge. Although this is where the paths of Dufresne and Dante diverge. Dufresne does get his revenge on the Warden, yes. However, he doesn't let the Warden and his enemies live rent-free in his mind for the rest of his life. He goes to a place, his happy place essentially, and he lives happily ever after, freed physically and mentally from his incarceration, whereas Dante spends an inordinate amount of time just hung up on revenge and getting back at those who wronged him. Still, the Shawshank Redemption is regarded as a modern-day version of the Count of Monte Cristo. Our next section, called Side Character Shoutout, is something I felt I wanted to include in just about every one of my breakdowns, because everybody just focuses on the main characters, and I don't think the supporting cast gets enough recognition. Which side characters were your favorites in this movie and why? Let me know in the comment section. As for me, I'm gonna go with Floyd and Haywood. These two guys don't have very deep character arcs or anything like that, but I really enjoyed them in this movie. Haywood is this sort of a good old boy type friend. I doubt if you're ever going to have deep philosophical conversations with the man.
Oh, man's crazy as a rat in a tin shithouse as well.
He's just institutionalized.
Institutionalized my ass.
But he's loyal and he's good for a bunch of jokes and he's just a good all-round guy. Floyd, on the other hand, is this extremely direct guy.
Red, I do believe you're talking out of your ass.
You believe whatever you want, Floyd.
He's the sort of friend where if you were going on your first date with a girl and you asked him, how do I look? He would literally tell you something like, I'm telling you now, if you go out with that fucking pineapple shirt, you are coming home alone. And I prefer people like that. They are not duplicitous and you know exactly where you stand with them. The advantage being, if someone like Floyd tells you you look good, you know it's true. In summary, these two characters flesh out this sort of a Goonies losers from it movie gang type feeling, this circle of friends. And it just enriches and gives a little bit more texture to the feel of the whole group. And I think that adds to the immersion as well. This next point is a huge caveat that I want to introduce. Let's call it the elephant in the room, or the elephant in the prison, if you will. Thing is, in this movie, they do a very good job of garnering a buttload of sympathy for our protagonists. Andy obviously is sent to prison as an innocent man. Red, Haywood, Floyd, Brooks, all of these guys are super nice guys. Even Tommy, the Elvis impersonator who comes to Shawshank in the 60s, is an all-round guy. Except for the sisters, you really don't see bad guys in prison. On the flip side, the warden and the captain of the guard are the most vile, evil, human, despicable human garbage you've ever seen in your life. So there's a massive twist around in this fiction from reality. If I can venture one criticism, because you'll come to know me as someone who doesn't just automatically kiss a movie's ass from start to finish, although overwhelmingly I have done so because this was a marvelous film. If I can levy one small criticism, it would be that a little bit of realism immersion is broken for me, because I don't believe for 1 second every warden and guard in a prison is the bad guy and every prisoner is this misunderstood good guy. That's just not true. So the movie should be applauded, I guess, on the one hand, for its ability to make the audience completely switch sides. You are 100% on the side of these incarcerated criminals. Red is a murderer. He killed someone. And yet you feel overwhelming sympathy for him throughout the movie. And this is not a harsh criticism. I guess I'm just one of those people who always remember the dead and the fact that they will be dead forever. So I guess I feel a little bit more conflicted about this, but the movie even swayed me to feel a lot of sympathy for Red. I do believe that in the end he did pay the price for his crimes. Now, the prison, Shawshank itself, isn't a real prison. It's filmed at the Ohio State Reformatory, which ironically was closed down by court order due to inhumane treatment and punishments of those who were locked up there. And I think it was closed down in 1990, somewhere thereabouts. So I think there's quite an interesting carryover between the reason the school was shut down and the treatment we see Andy and the other prisoners receive when they arrive.
They march you in naked as the day you were born.
Now, Red gets completely institutionalized throughout the movie. We see the absolute proof of the fact that Red got completely institutionalized by virtue of the fact that he couldn't even take a piss. If even your bodily functions starts to obey your psychological position or state, then you know you've got a real problem. And Red was either on his way to Brooks's fate or to commit another crime because he wasn't going to hack it on his own. You see him change through the first, second and third parole hearings, going from hopeful to despondent to completely hopeless at the end. An interesting comparison for me is to compare the innocence of Andy to the guilt of Red. Andy's innocence always made him have a sort of revolt in his heart. He never accepted his fate because he didn't feel that he deserved it. He knew he was innocent. Whereas Red had a lot more resigned to his fate. He called himself the only guilty guy in Shawshank. He felt he deserved to be incarcerated there. And so we see the driver for Andy being the fact that in his heart of hearts, he knew he was innocent, whereas Red didn't have that at all. Brooks shows us a character that is institutionalized and then gets thrown out into the world with no support or no real support system, and he is completely alone. This in the end results in the tragic fate that awaits Brooks because he can't handle life outside on his own. And so the character of Brooks I found indispensable to the story of Red and Andy, because Brooks is essentially the warning sign, the foreshadowing. He is what awaits Red if Red doesn't course correct in some way. And so this is how Andy saves Red's life. Little things where he challenges him on keeping hope, where he gives him the gift, the harmonica, and Red blows that one note, sort of just showing that there's still a faint pulse of hope inside him, where he makes him promise to go and do something after he gets released. Just give him that purpose, give him that mission, that thing to do, which is very important, because when a man feels that he doesn't have a purpose, that he isn't valuable, he's not needed for anything, that is when you can give into the worst sort of despair, and that is what happened to Brooks. And so in the end, Andy gave Red just enough to get his ass to Zewatuneo, so that from there, Andy could manage him more closely. Companionship, having someone you can relate with, someone who went through what you went through. And more importantly, Andy said to Red, even in prison, I'll need a guy who knows how to get things. Andy tells Red that he underestimates himself. He keeps telling Red, you have a purpose, you are important, I need you for something, someone needs you. And that, I believe, in the end, is what sustains Red the most. At the end of the day, the Shawshank Redemption is about hope in the face of overwhelming adversity. And this is when I thought about the correlation between the Shawshank Redemption and what is called the Stockdale paradox. The Stockdale paradox is named after Admiral James Stockdale, who during the Vietnam War was imprisoned as a POW for 7 years in the infamous Hanoi Hilton. Now, the paradox teaches us to keep hope while at the same time having realistic expectations. And this is the point of a paradox. You have two things that don't seem to belong together, and yet they balance you out mentally. And Stockdale remarked a lot of his co-prisoners, according to him, died of broken hearts because they always thought that by next Christmas they'll be out, by April will be out, by this month will be out, and freedom never came. And so in his words, they died of broken hearts. Where he, although holding on to hope and not giving in to complete despair, because you have to hold on to some hope, he managed that balancing act where he held on to hope and never gave himself false hope by believing in unrealistic timelines and things like that. So that's it from me, guys. If you enjoyed the content, please remember to like, subscribe, comment down below. You guys keep safe, keep well. See you next time. Bye-bye.